Just last week, federal agents raided two homes of rapper and music mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs in Los Angeles and Miami.
Simply last week, government specialists struck two homes of rapper and music big shot Sean P. Diddy Combs in Los Angeles and Miami. Combs is the subject of a bureaucratic examination. It's a circumstance that I consider private, you feel, like it ain't actually no one business, no doubt, except for now dark Twitter has guaranteed it. Clutch your seats, people, in light of the fact that the superstar world just got shaken by some jaw-dropping news. Seems like the fantasy sentiment of Jada Pinkett Smith. And Will Smith has hit a significant road obstruction. And it has everybody talking except what's the genuine stunner here. Well, lock in on the grounds that everything revolves around Will's supposed contribution in. In all honesty, Diddy's outrageous hoedowns might you at any point accept it. I brought this subject up in light of the fact that there's 2 or 3 things that extremely irritate me here. We're plunging profound into the tattle pool. And here's the scoop: in spite of all the murmur encompassing Will's connections to Dwayne Martin, now the spotlight sparkling considerably more brilliant on him's civility of Diddy's wild gatherings rumors from far and wide suggests that Will's been throwing his game around in association with these notorious slams facilitated by, as a matter of fact, the man himself, Diddy Sandra. This will transform into a tremendous scene that will be of the entire day thing. And it includes Yes P. Diddy. The house is truly enrolled to terrible kid movies. And you will have a hard time believing the curve appears as though there was some kind of proposition on the table, yet Will's liberality was met with a brush-off, discuss stoking the shoot, yet stand by there's more going on than meets the eye, it would appear, while the bright lights on Diddy and his wild capers policing taking a few serious actions. 2 country security examination specialists, alongside other cops, have been causing disturbances by striking Diddy's homes in both Los Angeles and Miami. What's the arrangement, you ask? Well, word on the road is it's all attached to a potential sex dealing examination. Wow. And in the event that that wasn't sufficient show for you, prepare yourself for this sensation. In the midst of this tumult, allegations of rape are flying left and right, with Diddy directly in the center. All things considered, from claims charging actual maltreatment to cases of gathering attack tracing all the way back to 23, it's an untidy circumstance without a doubt. And in this claim, he guarantees that basically P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap business. And with everyone's eyes on the music tycoon, including those of the law, any reasonable person would agree things are going to get a ton more insane in big-name land. So snatch your popcorn, people. Since this exciting ride is a long way from being done now, we should change gears briefly and jump into the curious universe of J. Pinkett Smith and Will Smith's marriage. Genuinely, people, assuming that there's one Hollywood team that keeps all of us getting, it's these two. While Jada Pinkett Smith drops a stunner, obviously she and her better half, Will Smith, haven't been together for 7. Picture this: a romantic tale that traverses many years yet is loaded with additional exciting bends in the road than a Hollywood blockbuster. Jada and will have the strangest marriage ever. And that is expressing something in tail tune, you see, regardless of their detachment, starting around 2016, and their admission to carrying on with totally different lives. These two actually figure out how to keep all of us as eager and anxious as ever with their obscure assertion and peculiarities. There are such countless amazing things in the book. Yet what shocked me the most in a new meeting with Hod duplicate Jada stripped back the drape on their relationship, affirming what many had thought, yet not many had considered expressing out loud. They're as of now not sincerely together. It was anything but a separation on paper, Jay explained. Yet it was a separation. Why the mystery, you ask? Well, it appears as though they were all the while attempting to sort out some way to explore their organization in the public eye, not being prepared at this point, actually attempting to sort out among us how to be an organization, Jay admit. Yet here's where it gets much juicier. In spite of considering a legitimate separation, Jada has always been unable to pull the trigger. I made a commitment that there won't ever be a justification for us to get a separation, she uncovered. I haven't had the option to break that commitment. So what's next for this cryptic couple? Are they bound to stay in this limo? And certainly, or is there a situation unfolding not too far off, with late occasions whirling around them, including Will's supposed connections to Diddy's shameful get-togethers? One can't resist the urge to contemplate whether Jada is at last compelled to formally separation. Will it's a cliffhanger fit for the more slow screen consistently, or you've seen a specific the truth that is your norm rights, so then when others see things. And that is not their norm, yes. It's similar to gracious oak gossipy tidbits about Will and Jada's separation have been twirling for very nearly a month, currently picking up speed, just after the stunning ventures at Diddy's rich properties. Yet in the midst of the confusion of hypothesis, one thing stays clear: Jada's emphasis isn't on Will's imaginable unfaithfulness. It's unequivocally on the expected harm to her standing and job. For Jada, the stakes couldn't be higher on the off chance that Will's supposed inclusion in Diddy's outrageous undertakings validates the repercussions could stretch out a long ways past simple conjugal struggle. Legitimate specialists recommends that Will could confront capture and the seizure of their common resources weaving machines, not too far off confronted with the approaching danger of lawful activity and the unsalvageable harm to her public picture. Jada winds up at a junction she never expected. Was that in 2016 you and Will concluded that you plan to carry on with totally different resides hesitantly yet. With a steely determination, Jada understands that she must choose the option to continue with the separation. It's not just about disavowing Will any longer. It's tied in with rescuing what survives from her standing and safeguarding her future in a town where discernment is all that Jada realizes that she can't bear to be related with embarrassment and contention any longer. And in the event that anybody required proof of the authenticity of Jada's feelings of dread, the liquefying claims against Diddy Combs act as a chilling wake-up call of the risks hiding in the VIP world. Diddy, once the unapproachable titan of the music business, currently finds himself entrapped in a snare of allegations going from rape to sex stealing. The sheer size of charges is sufficient to send shockwaves through Hollywood, and past any reasonable person would agree not a many individuals know what's happening. And I'll wager he doesn't actually have the foggiest idea what's happening. Take, for example, the case brought by Rodney Lilbar Jones Jr., a maker from Chicago, who recorded an administrative grievance blaming Diddy for being essential for an unlawful racketeering undertaking. Jones' charges illustrate Diddy's supposed association in substance circulation, unlawful guns and sales of excavators and sex laborers. As per Jones, Diddy's requests reached out a long ways past music creation, diving into the dim domain of compulsion and double dealing. This is insane, just understood, perused. Yet Jones isn't the only one evening out cursing allegations against Diddy. Jane Deuce claim asserts a frightening record of being sex dealt by Diddy and his partners when she was underage. Her story, if genuine, uncovered an example of ruthless way of behaving and control that traverses many years. Her lawyers are pointing about the way that she has real photographs in the studio. So setting her there in the studio, one of the photographs, she's really sitting on Diddy's lap,